Hey, it's #1 best-selling author and motivational speaker, Eric Qualman, but most of you know me by now as Equal Man. On today's 7 Super Tips episode, we have Shark Tank's one and only Lori Greiner, and she's gonna dig into 7 tips that are gonna help unlock and unleash your inner superpower.
What was one thing that people should take away from the show? What would that be?
That they can do it too. That you can, if you really have a drive and you really put your heart and soul into something, you can really make anything happen. I'm a true believer in that. So I think that hopefully we make people believe that they can achieve the American dream too. Just watch, study us, and if you really are passionate and driven, you can get there.
Give us some of your best advice. Imagine like we're talking to 21-year-old Lori Greiner just a couple of years ago, I'm sure. And
Just a few.
Tell her what you would say to her right now, just coming out of college.
I would say go for your dreams. Go to do whatever you want. There's nothing stopping you. I believe that if there is any goal that you have for your career, for your life, all you have to do is put your mind to it and then do all the smart things in which to make it happen. I don't know the word no. So I would say be fearless, be driven, be confident, and don't worry about what happens. Make it happen.
And that is the thing, it's the American dream. You know,
Right.
Everybody loves the show from all ages. I think it's so relatable. You know, what is sort of your advice to people who are watching, who are entrepreneurs, you know, who want to be successful, but there's a difference between the entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurs. How do you know who's genuinely gonna succeed? Like, how can you
Well,
tell?
for sure, there are certain characteristics that people have. I mean, to me, an entrepreneur is somebody who will do whatever it takes.
Right.
They're driven. They are A-type personalities. It's like they don't know the word no. And that's always been my mantra. I know no knows, just how can I? So when I see that person, I know that no matter what, even if they have to pivot, you know, which is something that happens, maybe this isn't the best idea, but something else is, and you're going to change it, they're still going to make it because they have what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur.
Your organizers have sold like crazy on QVC, which I think is just so brilliant. It makes so much sense. What are 1 or 2 keys to the success?
Well, I think you have to create things, have ideas and products that people need and want, that solve problems. That's a real good way to start. And then for me, there are no no's. You know, you have to forge forward. It's not, I can't this, I can't that. It's, how can I?
Right.
And thinking like an entrepreneur is really important, and I talk about that in the book.
Were you ever in a
No,
position
no.
where you were fearful or you were hesitant? Or?
No, actually, I mean, I'm not saying this in an arrogant way, but I just think I always knew that I was an entrepreneur. I wanted to be independent. I didn't want to work for anybody else. I knew my personality type. I was very creative, and I just needed to find what it was I wanted to do. And I fell into it accidentally. I think what I hear people talk about that stops them often is a lack of confidence or a lack of or concern. They don't want to put in the time that it's going to take. So they'll say, well, I really wish I could do this, but they want someone else to do the work for them. That's not what I would tell people to do. I would say, you're probably not an entrepreneur. But I think anybody starting out, whether they want to be an entrepreneur or not, I think you really just have to figure out what it is you love. And then, how can you do it? Because if you're doing what you love, you'll do well at it. And I don't know, my whole philosophy is you can make anything happen.
I mean, just sort of segueing, how do you balance as a woman? Because it's hard to sort of, you know, be an entrepreneur, be focused on business, but then you also have family.
When you're an entrepreneur, it's really a 24/7 thing.
Right.
There isn't really work-life balance. You have to be committed and willing to work Sundays, Saturdays, evenings. It's not where you can just say, it's 9 to 5, I'm leaving. So I think the truth is that you should try to involve your family in your business. That's what I think works for me. I try to involve the people I love in what I'm doing, and therefore they're going to be a part of the journey and be excited, and they're not going to mind that I'm gone because they'll come with me.
Right.
So I think you have to find a way in which to be inclusive. That's the only way it really works.
Through this now have a lot of options. You have fundraising sites like Kickstarter, you have little online marketplaces like Etsy. Do you recommend that people use these to sort of test out their products?
I think a lot of people don't trust their gut enough. I think a lot of people want somebody to hold their hand through the process. And really, that's not the best way. There's no special formula that's right for every single person. You have to decide, do you like Kickstarter? Do you feel that's right for you? Or, you know, people have other ways in which to do things. So I think it's know your options and then pick what feels right and will work with you.
Thanks for joining us for today's 7 Super Tip episode as we're trying to unlock and unleash your inner superpower. And it was amazing to have Lori Greiner from Shark Tank give us her 7 super tips. So until next time, this is Equal Man reminding all of us, it's not what we take from the world, it's what we leave behind. All right, here we go. As Equal Man, and on today's 7 super tips, that's right, we're pumped. Finish.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, now we're getting down, okay. Da, 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 Lori Greiner. Okay.